Hello, my name is Delcy. I'm the face behind A Life of Heritage, and I want you to know that you are living your life of heritage right now, even if you don't know it. But together, we can find it, weed it out, and give it some full sun so that the heritage you leave behind is big, full, and beautiful. Today, I want to share with you all the facts about bee stings. And just my luck, I got a new computer and I was trying to find all my stuff on this new computer and came across these clips and decided to finally finish the video I intended to record a long time ago. These clips were taken after I got stung on the side of my nose, so beware, I'm slightly disfigured. So let's traverse time and see what I had to say about bee stings. A bee will protect their hive, and when they do, they many times will try to go for the eye. A bee sting many times 24 hours later will actually be at its worst, like mine. It actually wasn't too bad yesterday. I was doing good, and 24 hours later, here we go. I can blame my dog for this, right? I mean, the dog eats homework. And I was out just looking at my bees. I just was glancing at them and the dog was there. So I'm sure it was the dog's fault, right? When a bee stings, it releases a pheromone that says, "Get 'em!" Don't eat bananas before going to check your bees because the banana smell has the same smell as when a bee stings you. So don't eat a banana or the bees might go bananas. Bees don't like vibration, so if you're gonna be mowing next to your hives, put on those protective clothes. Bees don't like dark clothing. They associate it with a bear or some wild animal that's going to get them or get their honey. So that's why beekeepers wear light-colored clothing or white clothing when they're checking their bees. If you get stung, put honey on it. It'll help the swelling, help it feel better, and it will also stop those pheromones from spreading. A bee doesn't want to sting you because when it does, it dies. Date night is coming. Go out to that bee yard, bring your dog, put on some dark clothes, act a little aggressive, and just wait. Your one-time cure or momentary cure for sagging skin and wrinkles. And guess what day it is? Church day. No excuses. Thankfully, I am quite healed up by now. But I realized that I needed to flesh out the facts a bit more and get more information included in this video. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll have noticed that I don't skimp on the details. If we are going to learn about something, let's really learn about it, right? So I can't help it. I have to give you more information. I hope you agree. And while we are on the subject of creating videos and information and my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell. You won't be disappointed. So you've gotten a few facts about bee stings so far, but like I said, there's more. But first, it must be cleared up. I have to defend my bees. Bees get a bad rap most of the time. I've gotten numerous calls asking me to come and do something about some bees on a property, and when I get there, it's wasps. And many people spray a swarm of bees not knowing that they are actually very docile at that point. A swarm of bees are just looking for a new home. And so many people are scared of bees because they think they got stung by one of them when really it was actually a wasp. Wasps? Hornets? I don't have any affection for them, but bees, I love my bees, so it's important to know the difference. Honeybees will live in a hive like the one behind me, but if they swarm to find a new home, it could end up being in a wall or an attic, maybe a floor, or even a crack in a building you own. If you do see a swarm, it's so important to call a beekeeper as quickly as possible. This will ensure that the entire swarm is caught, including the queen, and relocated. If you wait too long, they may find that home. The queen may get tucked into a little place that a human can't get to without a lot of demolition and struggle. And at that point, sometimes the hive may need to be destroyed because the beekeeper can't get to the hive and the queen. It's hard to admit this, but wasps do have a purpose. They do actually eat harmful insects that will torment you in your garden. So that gives them a small notch of good favor. But wasps can sting you over and over again. They live in an organized society, kind of like a beehive. They have a queen and worker bees, and interestingly, all wasp workers will die in the fall. Only a few queens will spend the winter burrowed away in an old log or a hole. In the spring, she'll come out and begin the whole cycle over again. But wasps live in nests that look like paper, like gray paper. And actually, I was working in the garden and saw a wasp land next to me on one of my pallets, and it began to peel off the top layer of the pallet, and then it just flew away. There were actually strips gone where you could see that the wasp had been working to make their home out of it. And hornets and yellow jackets are actually a type of wasp. There are like 120,000 different types of wasps in the world. Just be aware, wasps can be aggressive and sting just because. Bees, on the other hand, don't want to sting. You've already learned they will die when they sting. So when they sting, it's out of sheer desperation, and they really believe you are a threat to their colony and honey stash. But with that said, there are some variety of bees that are more aggressive than others. And the big old bumblebees you see buzzing around are very docile as well. When a bee stings you, their stinger that they poke into your skin is actually left behind, and that stinger is attached to their entrails and the venom sac. If the stinger is left in your skin, it can pump the poison into your skin for like up to an hour. But because their insides were ripped out in the process, they do end up dying. So when you do get stung, carefully scrape out the stinger out of your skin as quickly as possible. With all these stinging facts, you need to know that the worker bees are the females. They will be the ones who will sting you if they do. The male bees, or the drones, don't have a stinger at all. And the worker can sting another insect like a wasp or other insect predators repeatedly without any problems. It's just in our tough skin that the stingers get stuck. So, how many people a year die from bee stings? One year reported that 54 deaths were actually attributed to bee stings. But the flu can kill more than 20,000 people. Lightning will get 90 people. Shark attack file investigated 130 incidents of alleged shark-human interactions occurring worldwide in 2018. Your fellow human being is more of a danger, with 17,000 murders a year in the US, and car-related deaths. More than 37,000 people die a year in a car crash in the US alone. Please put on your seatbelts, go slow, put down the phone, be aware, keep you and your family safe. Bees are not a threat to the human population. They are not a serious danger. That wasp chewing on your hamburger at your picnic dinner might just sting you just for the fun of it. But the bee is busy doing its job, collecting nectar and pollen, just wishing it could get its job done without any interruptions and problems. There are people with allergies to bee stings. That is serious. An epinephrine or an EpiPen must be kept on hand at all times. But the average person can tolerate 10 stings per pound of body weight, which means the average adult can withstand more than 1,000 stings and a child about 500 stings. But by gollies, don't let that happen. Wear your bee suit when you are checking your hives. Stay a safe distance from the hives. Don't provoke the swarms of bees looking for a new home, and don't act aggressive towards them. If you do get stung, immediately get out of the vicinity of the sting. Remember, that sting released the pheromones that said, "This is an invader, get him!" So it's important to remove yourself and anyone else who is with you out of the area quickly. If you still see the stinger in your skin, scrape it off of your skin as quickly as possible. If you are near any honey, lather some on. And actually, if you are working your hive and you do get stung, there is honey right there. Put it on over the sting. This will also cover up the get 'em pheromone smell as well. You may also find that onions, toothpaste, and lemons can help relieve a sting, but really, thyme will be your best bet. It just takes a few days for the swelling and itching and just discomfort to go away. I hope all of this information has helped you understand the bee and its hive a little bit more. I hope it has calmed your apophobia a bit, because bees are essential to life. They not only provide us with the most delicious food on this planet, but they are the biggest factor in the pollination of our food. Bees keep you and me alive, and for that I am forever grateful. Thank you for watching this video about bee sting facts. I hope to see you in the next video. Faith, they're gonna think this is about goats and not bees with you right here. This is supposed to be about bees, not goats. You're not the star of the show today. No, you're not. The bees are the star, not the goats. You goat. You're the gopherest, aren't you?